Hi guys, Renshi from Fibonacci Trader here. Just want to show you the simplicity of our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 system. We have 5 reasons that we need to get into the market. Like any investment, if you're buying an investment property, you would be ticking off boxes like is the house going to be near schools, shopping centres, transport, anything else that you feel is important for that area. And then the more boxes that property ticks off, the better the investment. It's the same with trading. You can't just get on one particular thing and hope for the best. I have 5 different reasons to get into the market to really make it a high probability trade. Let me just show you before we go any further. Here's a small account that I've got. It started on the 16th of July with $500. Then I quickly brought it up to $2,000 and then $3,000. But let me just show you the report. And remember, past results are not proven future results. But this just gives you an idea of what the system is capable of doing and how easy it is. So as you can see here, it started on the 16th of July, right? And yes, I do have some losers in there, and anybody tells you that they don't have losing trades is somebody that you need to stay very away from. Here's a $2,000 deposit that I made, and back here was 500. So all up, I did $3,000 deposit over a small period of time. And just let me get that out of the way. Whoops. So you can see now on a $3,000 deposit, it's up $4,500 using the 1, 2, 3, 4 system. So the balance now is $7,500. Okay, let's delve into it and show you exactly why this system is so simple. And it does not take a lot of mastering. It just gets, you've just got to have your eye in and make sure you have the right ones. So this is just a naked chart. There's no indicators on here. The only 2 indicators on here at the moment are the 2 white candles, which shows me when the Asia market starts and finishes, and the yellow is the London session when it's starting. These are Renko charts, the R-E-N-K-O, and they're 5 pips at a time. So every time they move up 5 pips. There is no time frame for that. So it could be 20 seconds, it could be an hour before we get a next candle. Now that may sound a bit unreliable, but we have ways of getting around that. The good thing about it though is that when you crunch up these charts, it takes a lot of the candles have got tails and a lot of noise. You can see here very easily where supports are. Okay, we've got like one support here, right here, where it's just stopped dead at that area and reversed. So this is how we work it. Now I'll just go into a PowerPoint to explain basically what the chart is made up from. First thing I'll do is just bring up the disclaimer that Renshi Forex and Fibonacci Trader and its affiliates assume no responsibility for errors. We are not advisors. We're just giving general information here and showing people how simple it can be to trade the market. It may not be easy, but it is simple, and if you keep it simple over a period of time, like a couple of months, you will have this the ease of the use of this. I've been trading for over 25 years. I've moderated for quite a few different companies, but the main thing about anything is you need a plan. If you're in a business, you need a plan, and this plan must be a repeatable process, not a chance event. Provides discipline, It removes emotional judgment, or majority of it, and it promotes money management principles. Provides a stress-free trading environment. That's what a plan should do, and it enables us to repeat this performance. Now, Forex is the largest tradable liquidity market in the world. It's cheap to trade, and the leverage is huge. Now, this is an old slide, $2.5 trillion a day compared to the US market and the Treasury bonds. It's now over $5.5 trillion a day. Now, let me give you a breakdown of the charts. What we're looking for is 5 reasons. Now, the number one is looking for a double top. So here we have the market here, come down. Now, these are normal candles. You can see all the tails, and there's a lot of little different bits of noise there that you don't need, but we take that out in the Renko charts. So here's the number one. Market's come down, come back up, retested this, and then fallen away. Another one is a head and shoulder pattern. So you got your left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder. So the market again has come up, down, retested, and fallen away. So that shows that there's no more interest in the market going up. There's not enough buyers, but there's more sellers that are ready to take the market down. And that's the good thing about Forex, is you can trade either way. You just have to read the market correctly. Now, that's the number one. The second one is the upper railway tracks. See these squiggly lines here? First, at one stage they're both blue, then they gradually go yellow. You can see here it's blue and yellow. Now, for me to say that this is bearish on this particular indicator, they must be both yellow. For bullish going up, they must be both blue. But if you have mixed colors, then that tells me the market could be going sideways. So that's the number two. The number three is the histogram. Okay, again, blue for up, yellow for down. So that's the third reason. The fourth reason is tram tracks. Again, blue up, yellow down. So that's my fourth reason. The fifth reason is the upper railway tracks up here in the charts where the Renko bricks are, or your candles. And again, yellow for down, blue for up. So there's our breakdown here. Okay, you have a number one. Number one is your first priority, and then you go and look for your 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here's a nice number one here. Excuse my mistake on my spelling there, but you can see what's happened here. That the Renko charts have come up, they've stalled here, they've come down, they've come up, and only by 2 more bricks up here, and then they started to fall away. Alright, so that shows that there's no more interest. Now, once they close below the railway tracks, and the upper railway tracks are both yellow, then I'm really keen on taking this short. Here's another number one. It's a bit wider this time, but you can see the market did one candle down below this one, gave some exhaustion, came back up, closed here with both railway tracks blue to go up. Again, as I said before, the white ones are for the Asian session, just so I can at a glance see where I am. And the London session begins on the yellow. Now here is another number one, the head and shoulder pattern. So there's my left shoulder. Here's the high, my right head. And then over here, around about the same level as my left shoulder, is the right shoulder. And you can see now the market closes here below the railway tracks. Okay, it closed below the railway tracks here, but see how the colors were mixed? Wait a little bit longer, and then when the colors are all the same, then you can take the trade down. Alright, here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 demonstration. Here's our number one. It only came down 2 bricks lower than this one and then started to rise. So we had our number one. Over here we had a close above the upper railway tracks. So I look down here and see my 2, 3, 4 are blue. That's great. My fifth reason is blue on the upper railway tracks up here, and I go up for around about 15 to 20 pips. That's as simple as it needs to be. Make sure you've got a solid number one, your 2, 3, 4 are there, and you close above your 5, and you take the trade up. Can you see the number one on this one? Correct. Right across the bottom here, 3 taps to the bottom, and then she's closed up. You can see the 5 reasons on this one. Here's my number one. 2, 3, 4 are yellow. Close below the upper railway tracks. This one, however, was a little bit coloured, so I probably would have waited for this one. So I've made a mistake where I put that vertical line, I'm sorry. So wait for that one to go through. Here's a head and shoulders pattern. You can see now the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, excuse me, as you can see here, I've got 2 entries. Sorry, I got a bit of a frog in my throat. So I've got my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one here opened and closed above with all blue, not a problem. That's an aggressive entry. A less aggressive entry is to have one candle close above a high that is very close, and then you can go up for your 3 for 15 pips. So again, here's your triple bottom that we just saw in the last slide, and then there's the entry to go long. All right, let me bring some charts up. Okay, so you can see the number one straight away now, can't you? Here it is here. All right, and then now let's add the indicators. Let's bring this back down. These indicators are written exclusively for Fibonacci Trader. You can't get them anywhere else. So I don't have any upper railway tracks on here. Let me put some in. There we go. So here we go here. We have our number one. Over here we have our number 2, 3, 4, and 5 closing above the upper railway tracks with everything being blue. Gives me open on the next candle to go up, and I get my three Renko bars up. Some people like to take the majority of the position off and leave a little bit for a run and bring their stop to break even. I do that sometimes too. Just depends on my my mood for the day and my feelings, but that's how we work it. So I'm going to take the charts back anywhere in the past, and let's just see where we are. Now, I've got a nice solid resistance up here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a vertical, horizontal line there, and I'm going to crunch the chart up to see if there's any similar. Yes, there is. Look here. There is a nice stop here where it's come up to the same area. And there's another one here that's just gone 1 bar down and closed. So for me, this is what I call a really wide number one. All right, so that number one there has happened. Then I have my 2, 3, 4 going on, and my 5 here. So let's see if it gives us 3 candles down. So we've got 2 already. There's my third one. All right. And again, you can leave a runner going. Now, where I would cut the runner off is when I get a bit of blue here. Okay. So let's go to the next day. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do. This is about 10 o'clock in the morning. Okay, this is the way that when you change the dates, it just goes to 10 a.m., which is basically your Asian session. I'm going to put a horizontal line up here, crunch the chart up, and yeah, just shy of that, but it's not really what I'm looking for. So I'm going to go and wait for the pound session, London session to go. So this is, this would have worked out, but I didn't want to take the risk. Let's see where we are. Now, here's what I'm looking for here. I've got this candle here, or brick, sorry, and this one here. So we're going down 2 bricks, so that's fine. 2 bricks lower is fine. Now, so I've got my number one. This is a bit more of a non-standard number one, but it still is a number one to me. I've got my 2, 3, 4 blue. Do I have my number 5 yet? No. So let's see if we get all blue up here first. Yes, now we have our number 5. All blue. And up for 3. 1, 2, 3. That is the simplicity of the system, guys. You just need to have some faith in it. When I get to around about 12 pips, I bring the stop to break even +1 in case it does come back. And then I do have another one of a recovery mode, and that will be posted in the Fibonacci Trader video section as well. So this system is very simple to learn, very profitable, minimal screen time per trading session. Now, what I mean by minimal screen time is what I can do is in my templates, I have an alarm. So when it comes through here for the second time, the alarm will go off. So what I'll do is I'll turn the alarm on. Go back to where we were before. I'll take the chart back. So what happens is when it goes through the upper railway tracks, there we go. The alarm goes off to bring me back to the charts. So I'm not sitting here watching the charts for hours and hours and hours. When I hear that alarm go off, I then go and look for a number one. If it's not ready yet, that's fine. I will then wait for the next time it does that. So let me just run this quickly forward. There you go. You can see there now that alarm went off. I look, is there a number one? No, that's 3 up. I don't like the 3 up. 2 is my maximum. But it did and would have worked out. Okay. So our proprietary custom indicators are coded exclusive for Fibonacci charts. Pinpoints exactly the entry points to get in. and you'll get all the optimizations as well. This is a testimonial from a couple of our students. This is one of my students in a sports that I coach, and he just started trading the week before, and he was on demo, and he had $700 on 2 trades, and that's his second week. Okay guys, happy pip hunting. I hope that helps you, and we'll see you in the next video. If you've got any questions, please send a email to Fibonacci Trader support@fibonaccitrader.com, and happy to help answer any questions.